Guys, welcome to Dungeons 4, Part 3. We're going to be continuing on with the campaign.
The plains of Strotham. The absolute evil continued its efforts to free Talia. The trail led it to the vicinity of the city of Strotham, which was once besieged by undead.
These sequences with me in a cage are being stretched out far too long here. Can't we talk this out somehow? Maybe rock, scissors, paper, like in the old days?
Huh. You know I always go for the good old rock. But speaking of stones, I will soon have all the stones of Finichu together. And then...
Nobody gives a damn about your stupid marbles, you dumbass.
While Tanya was engrossed in an animated discussion with her stepbrother, the brain-eating evil was already attempting a, more or less, fruitless attempt to free her. Since undead simply resurrected somewhat later in the graveyard after their demise, an unsuccessful onslaught was no great tragedy. Admittedly, the creature-wasting evil probably never took the loss of subordinates too tragically in the first place. But back to the subject at hand. Fortunately, there were ancient mausoleums in the vicinity, which were home to powerful undead and could provide a significant supply of reinforcements. The map studying evil eagerly took notes.
Ha! See that, Tristan? My armies will free me. Go on, you undead! Knock them down! Eat their brains! I don't know, just do something.
A temple with a sacrificial pit would need to be built before the merciless evil's undead creatures could summon more minions. Quickly, the construction-obsessed evil set about doing just that. The frivolous evil had erected a temple. From now on, blight could be stored there, which would greatly enhance the ode to grave-wearing evil's undead armies.
A nice thing with undead is you don't need to feed them. So I don't need to worry about gobblers or anything, so that's nice.
payday.
These creatures will not save you, Talia! Forward, men! Destroy this virulent wickedness!
One of the undead creatures that had fallen in battle had gone to rest in the graveyard, only to rise again after some time had passed. The merciless evil was then able to send it back into battle. The sacrificial evil had a temple built complete with a sacrificial pit. The greedy-looking black maw with its dark void seemed to be eagerly awaiting offerings. Presumably, the evil spirits would reward each sacrifice with some soothing blight. The experimental evil set about testing this theorem. Oh. With a Wilhelm scream, a little snot disappeared into the depths of the sacrificial pit. This will provide the little... It seemed as if the sacrificial pit would belch satedly, were it not simply an inanimate object. The sacrificial evil had sacrificed enough things for the time being. It was time to go on the offensive. Payday. Strengthened by the captured blight, one of the undead creatures was able to summon a minion to its side. The extravagant evil was satisfied to note that its undead were able to use blight and minions to maximize the number of creatures that could be used carelessly. The gruesome evil welcomed a Bone Lord into its ranks. Not only could this mighty swordsman both dish it out and take it, but could also summon skeletal mages as minions.
I'm really liking these undead guys already, just because they get minions. They're basically getting bigger army for basically free. Plus, I mean, they just, in my opinion, look the coolest, too.
Fight on! It's payday!
Let's
The
break
colourful
into the
clothes-wearing evil had
cemetery.
discovered a dungeon gate in the underground. Apparently, this was one of the 3 lost burial chambers. All that was needed to benefit from it was to open the burial chamber, presumably with a few firm blows. This was apparently the final resting place of the legendary mercenary army, the Scallywag Ragtags. The pragmatic evil was bound to have an idea as to what it could do with the undead found there. The zombie-like evil had unleashed powerful undead forces. The use of these powers meant each of its undead creatures could both move faster and summon an additional minion to its side. Each additional burial chamber would provide 1 additional minion. day. The poking around evil had discovered another burial. Powerful undead corpses allowed additional minions to rise from their graves. This tomb was dedicated to the archers of the Scallywag Ragtags. Legend has it that they could miss a barn door even at 10 meters. Their corpses would certainly be put to good use by the self-sacrificing evil.
Get 'em, boys, get 'em.
It's payday.
Butcher them all, boys! Butcher them! Slay them! Conquer them!
The achievement accumulating evil had now discovered the third burial chamber as well. The remains found here were those of the alchemists of the scallywag ragtags, who considered arsenic to be a refreshing mouth gel. These corpses would prove perfect vessels for mindless zombies.
My armies are getting close.
We do not need to further elaborate on your misdeeds, sister. My armies are not yet defeated, and the hero's courage is unbroken.
The courage may be unbroken, but the spy.
Payday.
Man, how much longer till I free Talia? Is it Thalia or Talia? I don't know. Either way,
The vile stench
how
of the
much
undead
longer
is
do I have
still
to
coming
play
ever
till I can
closer.
free her?
Forward, faithful! Destroy that vermin!
Problems, brother mine? Is that the sweat of fear I can see on your brow? This reminds me of when you were going to ask Chelsea Chubby Cheeks to prom.
That's not the point here.
And she dumped you because she wanted to take her dog for a walk instead.
Undead forces roamed the land. Additional minions now stood available.
Your throne room is under attack.
Come on, boys, you're gonna have to defend the place yourself. Come on.
The resurrected evil unleashed its accelerating undead force.
Yes! We're
Additional
freeing.
minions
Yes! We freed her!
Free at
Yes,
last.
finally.
Come on, let's beat them. Fry them up. Smear them on our toast.
The sovereign evil had freed Talia from the clutches of her stepbrother. Pity, really. I found it quite pleasant not to have someone constantly interrupting me.
I will ignore your insolence for now, but only because I have to deal with that damn Tristan. The step in Stepbrother is going to be an architectural statement when I'm done with him.
Lost in her rant, Talia had missed the fact that her stepbrother Tristan had meanwhile made a run for it.
What? That cowardly, dishonest, disgusting...
Luckily, I'm surprised that this honestly was shorter than the last level. Ooh,
Talia
what's
had been
this?
rescued from the clutches of her stepbrother Tristan by the absolute evil. This seemed a bit surprising as, after all, Talia had accidentally caused its demise only one cutscene earlier. But the disembodied essence of the irritated evil was restless due to its lack of physical form. It needed help finding a new body. In such cases, less competent personnel were also called upon. Talia was extremely grateful to have been freed from the cage after 3 long missions. Finding a new body for the absolute evil seemed a small price to pay. High up, on the fourth highest peak in the world, Mount Snotmore, resided the venerable Council of Little Snots. These wise beings were the ones who would know what would constitute a new, adequate vessel for the absolute evil. All Talia had to do was reach the peak. A trifle, really, but unfortunately, her stupid stepbrother and his oversized army stood between her and her goal. Otherwise, however, it would have been so easy that even a group of gluttonous hobbits could have managed it.
The guy to the most right kind of looked like a weird version of He-Man.
Bad elves go everywhere. Talia had been freed from the clutches of good. Before she could start her journey to the Council of Little Snots, however, she had to first gather strength. Bad elves go everywhere. Talia had been freed from the clutches of good. Before she could start her journey to the Council of Little Snots, however, she had to first gather strength.
Free at last! This traveling in a cage through the overworld really made me miss that musty, stuffy dungeon air. What exciting scent is that rising to my nose? Is it... Ah! Okay, which one of you little snots did that?
While Talia was more or less enjoying her new freedom, her stepbrother Tristan was roaming the overworld with his entourage.
The next stone was bound to be around here somewhere, but I'm having a hard time finding my way around this foul place. Men, we will set up camp here and drive the darkness from this place.
Tristan, again? Ugh, I've really seen about enough of these relatives lately. It feels like Thanksgiving and Christmas happening back to back. And then he even dares to rid the area here of its stylish greys. Just you wait. I'll make you pay for everything.
But before Tanya could arrange a reunion with her stepbrother, it was urgently necessary for her to raise a powerful army. However, the underground was infested with spiders who called it their home. In addition, some particularly hard layers of stone stretched through the underground. In order to dig through these layers of stone, the research-addicted evil first had to research better tools for its little snots. But this required a fair amount of evilness. One could gain a particularly great amount of evilness by defeating a good being. Like this unicorn, for example, which, by chance, of course, and completely in tune with the context of the world, currently resided here.
Kill the unicorn for an extra portion of evilness. Sounds like a great way to start the day.
The discovering evil had discovered a harder layer of rock. Its little snot's tools were not tough enough for that, and it would take them far too long to dig through the rock with their teeth. Research would enable the new technology unlocking evil to improve its little snot's tools to the point that this rock would no longer be an obstacle.
In my last war, I had the little snot stick through anything and everything. There you are, locked up for a few days, and bam! Technology starts to backslide. Dreadful.
Alright guys, I'm in the video here, so bye guys. If you guys enjoyed watching it, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.